Hi family, I'll be showing you how I created this look from 0 to 100. Look at it now. The step by step video is here. Oh my god, see glow, see everywhere, still everywhere. See how the work there. Look at it now. Look at the finishing. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Israel Family and Friends call me Easy Great Beauty. If you are new here, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, drop a comment, and you can ask your questions. Of course, I'm always there for you if you have any questions. Okay, so as we always do it, so let's get into work. I am so happy to have the video share with you here, my YouTube family. And so I have my desk in here, and the first thing I'm doing here right here is I just cleaned the face right now, and I'm applying my sweat block from Adventure. You know, she has a combination skin, so I can still use my Adventure sweat block. So I just apply the sweat block. And see this Adventure sweat block, you always have to be very careful with it because if you don't blend it properly, then it can actually break all your makeup. Break your foundation and all that if you don't apply it. You don't blend it well. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm applying the moisturizer under her eye to avoid cracking out. And after moisturizer, I went to my primer. I used the Rimmel primer, and after that, I lock the prep. Then now I just applied my foundation. Look at how the foundation is sitting pretty. Foundation is sitting pretty, sitting pretty. Okay, so then I had to contour after my foundation. Of course, see, one of the things that I take my time in makeup artist is blending. I can blend for the whole world. I take my time to blend the face well. So you see, you can't avoid leaving the face unblended. You just have to do anything. No, you don't do it that way because you are putting yourself out there, so people watch more of your mistake than what you're actually doing, so they want to see mistake you're doing. So I take my time to actually blend whoever I'm working on, blend my foundation, blend my contour, blend everything. I take my time to do that. So I'm applying my contour. After my contour, I went to my blush, and you see, I am a blush lover if you've been watching my videos, and I can't do without blush. Of course, blush has a very huge role to play when it comes to your whole makeup. I even noticed that after the blush, the face is coming out. And don't always be scared to apply foundation. To apply powder on your blush. That is on every part of the face. You can always come back and repop and repop and repop it. Okay. The more you do that, the more it brings out the beauty of your work. Okay, so that's what I've noticed over time. Then after that, you see realize I still blend everything back into her skin after I applied my blush. I still have to use my beauty blender to dab everything back into every part of her skin, into part of her skin rather. So and still repopping my blush again. So after this, the next thing I'm going to do after uh after the blush is that I am going to highlight the face, so which is what I'm doing now. And I've already said this, that every time you are highlighting the face, make sure that the undertone of the concealer you are using is in one way or the other in one of the person's undertone. Your model or your client has that undertone of the concealer you are using. Okay, so it could be very little. Okay, so but then you still have to find a way to, so don't go too far when it comes to highlight, like you are picking 5 shades lighter than the person. That's way too far. Okay, so I just blended my my highlights now, my concealer. And one thing you need to understand that is that you don't need too much of concealer. I tell people this often. You don't need too much of concealer, just a little concealer will do. You don't need too many, all those you now pack concealer on the face and all that. You don't need all that unnecessary. So after that, I okay, looking at it here. So after that, I had to set the face. I've said this often times that there's a huge difference between your setting the face and baking the face. Setting the face, you need a lightweight powder, And for baking the face, you don't need the lightweight powder because there are some powder that won't stay. Okay, so what I use there is my Nimban setting powder, and which is, you can see how it's sitting pretty on the on my model's face. Okay, so for lightweight powder, those are the ones you can actually use for setting the face, and you just need only one layer. Like, you don't have to clog your setting powder on your model's face, or even as you pick it from the cup, you can dab it at the back of your hand so that you can just have only one layer to, to set that face. You don't need something too heavy. Okay, so after this, I'll still explain this better in other videos. So after this, or maybe I'll just do a separate video on, telling you guys the major difference, showing you how you can actually bake properly, and you can actually set the face properly. So now I'm going into with my Eager Nesta brow gel. So I'm using Eager Nesta to fill the brows. You see, the major concentration is of the brows is the brow bone. Okay, so you can avoid to keep the brow bone under your pencil. You see, look at how this is giving. You can see our brow bone is looking, so it's popping out. Okay, so no matter what, so you have to follow the person's face shape to ensure that your concealer, I mean your pencil, is above the person's brow bone. So people don't have brow bone, so that's why you need to you need to keep working on different people. Okay, so that you get familiar with it. All right, so I'm using the same concealer I used for the highlights to highlight a brow bone, and after that I have to blend the extreme. You can see I have to blend the extreme. Like I said, it is all about blending, blending. You keep blending and blending till you get perfect. Don't manage anything like, okay, let me just do it the way it is. Nobody's looking at me. No, no. A lot of people are looking at you. They are looking at what you do, what you're doing, rather. Okay, so you take your time, because any when you post all these things, people get to zoom your picture and look for your mistakes. Okay, so you take your time to blend on these things. Don't patch anything. Whatever thing that is doing, that is what doing is what doing well. Okay, so and if you realize that for the upper part of my brows, I hardly concentrate on it. I just sometimes I even do my brows without highlighting the upper part, because the major concentration, I just concentrate more on the lower part, because, and at the same time I want my brows very, very natural. See my model, see how pretty she is. Now I went to my eyeshadow. I already applied my eyeshadow, and from Blossom, and here I'm applying my mascara. So this is the proper way to apply your mascara. You tell your model or your client to close their eyes, then you stretch it up, just like I just did here. Then you apply your mascara. Then into the lips. So this is the lip. I use my lip from this is a lip palette from Zaron. And after, okay, here my model was telling me that, because makeup artists now, you always tell them you are done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. You understand? So she was laughing at me because I was telling her, I'm almost done. She was like, how many times you tell me you're almost done? When I said this is the last thing, I still have like 10 more things to do. Trust me. She was lying, say, every creative. You guys are all of you guys are always like this. Don't scam me. That's what we're just thinking about here. So I'm still blending, popping my blush, and I still have to blend and blend and blend and blend this game. So here I have to control the edges. So sometimes you realize that some of these edge controls makes the hair white, because in one way or the other foundation must have mixed the hairline. So sometimes I just go applying a little bit of my mascara. It's a trick though, just a little bit of my mascara. I just brush away so that it can actually give me dark effects. So I already did that here. You can see the dark effects there. All right, so I'm applying the mascara under the eye. And you also, you have to be very careful when you are doing this. You have to be very, very careful when you are doing this, so that it doesn't clog, and it doesn't stain. And if it stains, then it's part of the work. It has happened before, and it can still happen again. Nobody has mastered this enough. Sometimes you don't just know, all these things are just inevitable. Sometimes it just happens, and you have to flow with it. All right. So still calling out my mascara, because sometimes all your powder, setting powder, and all that must have been on the lash and all that. So I just have to dust it up. Now here I'm giving the cat eye effect by just using my concealer to the outer corner of our eye. Then Now see the results now. This is giving 10 over 10 plus 10 times 10 plus 10 multiplied by 20 times 100. Now look at it now. Look at the look. Look at guys, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like this. Thank you.